What's up? We have a new deck profile. This is a 2005 or GOAT format OTK deck. This plays almost identical to a modern deck, but it's in 2005 form. It almost doesn't make sense how much it plays like a modern deck. But let's do the deck profile. Let's talk about it. We play 3 copies of Sacred Crane. This card's really good when it's special summoned. Not once per turn, of course, because virtually nothing is once per turn in 2005. When this card is special summoned, you draw a card, which is really good when you see all the other cards that we play. You play 3 copies of Bazoo, the Soul Eater. You banish monsters, up to 3 monsters from your graveyard. This card gains 300 attack for each monster, so it can become up to 2,500 attack, which is not its main effect, but it's more of a combo card, and I'll show you why later. Play 1 copy of Blackluster Soldier because they won't let us play more. Play 3 copies of Chaos Sorcerer, very good card. This and that are very important. We'll just keep going here. Dark Magician of Chaos. When this card comes back, takes a spell card from your graveyard, and when it leaves the field, it's banished. When it destroys a monster, it banishes that monster. 1 Azura Priest. This card's good against Scapegoat tokens. It can attack through all of them. Also, this card cannot be special summoned, which is very important. It's a spirit monster, also it returns at the end phase. 1 copy of the Creator. This card can't be special summoned from the deck, but it can be special summoned from anywhere else. And I'm sorry, it can't be special summoned from the graveyard. That's what I'm trying to say. And also, you can discard a monster card to target a monster card in the graveyard and special summon to the field. So because it can be special summoned from the deck, it can be special summoned from the deck. It can be summoned from Reasoning, which is really cool because Reasoning doesn't summon from the graveyard. And we got 1 copy of Philister Dragon, the dual mode beast. Basically, this card you can either normal summon and make it 1400, or you can summon it you can normal summon this card without tributing, and if you do, it's 1400. But this card's really good because even though you did that, it's still level 7. So you can do all types of metamorphosis plays, which are really cool. Also, it's a weird level your opponent will never call level 7, so it's like a free summon off of Reasoning. We got 1 copy of Air Knight Pearshath. When it does piercing, you draw a card. When it inflicts battle damage, also it does piercing. 1 Jinzo, negate traps. This card, when it's destroyed, comes back during the next ammo phase and destroys all spawn trap cards. 1 copy of Sinister Serpent. 1 copy of Sangan. 1 copy of Spear Reaper. And that is all of the monsters. Sangan only searches 2 monsters, but I just got to keep it free. Just a lot of different levels, which is really good. Make sure they don't even know what to call. We play 3 copies of Reasoning. Basically, you activate it, your opponent reveals a level, and then if they guess the level wrong, then you get to summon any of these monsters. But it has to be a monster that can be summoned. So let's say you're milling, and you get to Blackluster Soldier, you keep going. And that fills your graveyard with lights and darks, and which is very good. Same thing with Chaos Sorcerer, can be summoned. Same thing with Azura's Priest, which is somewhere here, right there. Can't be summoned, so it just fills your graveyard with free lights, darks, whatever you need, which is really good. Then we play 3 copies of Monster Gate. You tribute a monster, and it's basically Reasoning, but your opponent obviously can't call anything, but you have the cost of tributing a monster. You tribute a monster, you keep milling off the top of your deck until you reach a monster that can be summoned, and then you summon it, and all the spawn trap cards go to the graveyard. Then we play 3 copies of Dimensional Fusion. This card is so broken. Basically, you can pay 2,000 life points and special summon as many banished cards as you want from your graveyard, which is just insane because you're summoning all of these chaos monsters. Banishing cards. You use Bazoo to banish cards, and then you just special summon a bunch of monsters, and you summon like Cranes, and you draw cards, and you summon Jinzo, and you summon Air Knight, and you summon all of this crazy stuff. And this is an OTK deck. This is a going second OTK deck. You'll usually win within that time, and if you don't, you'll have a pretty like good field if you don't manage to win. Then we play 2 copies of Metamorphosis. 3 breaks a little bit, which is annoying, but 2 is like right on the money. It's perfect. because you do want to see it here and there, but you never want to see more than one because it really doesn't do anything, and it's in theory kind of a -1. But it I have enough like cards in my extra deck where every one of the cards is useful. But definitely pretty good. Card destruction. Sometimes you want to fill the graveyard, draw some new cards. You have a crap hand, good for resetting. It doesn't matter what you give your opponent because in reality you're probably going to win in that turn. So it's like a lot of people don't want to play card destruction in 2005 format because it fills your opponent's cards, your opponent's graveyard with cards, and also it's kind of a -1 for you. But you're going to win anyway, so who cares? One premature burial. Brings back a monster. Also, it's good with Dark Magician of Black Chaos. We got one Delinquent Duo. In theory, I shouldn't be playing this because I am trying to OTK in one turn. But this card's just too good to not play. One Graceful Charity and one Pot of Greed. All three very good cards. One copy of Heavy Storm because I can only play one. 2 copies of Giant Trunade. Again, you're trying to OTK. You're trying to win in that turn. And 1 copy of Brain Control. No traps. You're trying to win in one turn. There's a few good traps in 05, but we're not playing them because you're trying to win in one turn. Now the extra deck. In most, or I should be calling it the fusion deck, in most 2005 decks, they play like a very minimal extra deck. The only extra deck monster they'll play is this. Or if they're trying to be funny, they might play a lot. But I do plan on getting every single fusion monster that I can. There's like 125. But that's a longer process. But I play as many as I can because I actually do use them. Play 2 copies. It should be 3. I have third one somewhere, but it should be 3. All of these should be at 3, and there should be more. Play Thousand Eyes. Basically, you use Metamorphosis. You can either take a goat token from your opponent, or you can just use this thing, the Sinister Serpent, to make this, deal an opponent's monster. And then you can honestly just like tribute away the monster, or do whatever you have to, like summon a Jinzo, you tribute away. And then you, like, let's say you'll use Reasoning, you'll get Sinister Serpent, you use Metamorphosis, you summon this, you take your opponent's monster, you tribute it for Jinzo, and now you have to deal about you not being able to attack. But it's pretty good if you really do have to stall. It's a pretty decent stall card too. 1 Fusionist, because it's a level 3, you can take level 3s and, you know, use them. Like, let's say you have a Sangan, you need a Dark in the graveyard. You activate Metamorphosis, make this, get rid of Sangan, search. Not bad. Dark Fire Dragon. This is actually a lot better than you think because, you know, let's say you need a light in the graveyard, Metamorphosis, this, and now you have this on the field, and you have a light in the graveyard. Pretty good. We'll play Dark Vaultier, just a fusion option. Reaper, one of my favorites. You attack directly, and it can't be destroyed by battle, and also you rip a card out of your opponent's hand. Fiend Skull Dragon. I'd play more. Dark Blade, Empress Judge. It's just good options. All of these are just options. Last Warrior from Another Planet. Sometimes you just lock them out. Make the duel a little complicated. They can't normal summon or special summon anything into this. They can set monsters, but you know it's a level 7 option. Thunder Twin Dragon, King Dragoon. It sucks that Dragon's Mirror came out like the set after 2005 format isn't legal anymore, which sucks. I would really want to be playing a Dragon Shrine deck. I mean a Dragon Mirror deck, but you can't. But cool card, and Gatling Dragon. So the ones you'll usually go into are Thousand Eyes and Gatling Dragon. Like those are your main 2 cards because this pops 3 cards if you get heads 3 times, which is really cool. And then Thousand Eyes, you know, has a bunch of stuff. But definitely these are all useful because it's a combo deck. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can show you guys some combos. Just give me a second while I shuffle this. Do want to reveal like what it looks like. Hopefully, because I had all of these like all like ducks in a row, hopefully I don't brick trying to show you. This deck has a small chance of bricking, but it's like the funny thing about 2005 format is the majority of the time your opponent will set 1 card in defense mode and set 1 card on the field. So like one spawn trap card and one monster in defense mode. So in reality, like even if they like most of their openings are pretty slow, so it won't even matter. Even if you brick, you're like, all right, whatever. I know I won't die the next turn. Shuffle that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's give it a try.
Not bad.
First thing we do is activate Graceful Charity. Draw 3. 1, 2, 3, and discard 2, which are going to be the Creator for sure. And again, we're going second, so don't forget that. And I don't know what my opponent has right now. So, actually, I'm going to do the Creator and the Sacred Crane. Okay, those are the two. I don't know what my opponent has. I probably would have brain controlled something and then used Monster Gate, but I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to activate Reasoning. Pick a level.
4.
4, okay. 4. The luck continues. Alright, now we're gonna... It's fine, it's a part of the game. Summon Bazoo. And we're gonna activate Bazoo to banish 3 cards out of our graveyard, which are gonna be Sacred Crane, Creator, and Sacred Crane. Next, we're going to... We want to free up some space, so we're gonna activate Monster Gate, Tribute Bazoo. Jinzo, okay, that's good. So now they can't activate any traps in response to anything we do. We're going to activate Dimensional Fusion. We're going to special summon Sacred Crane, the Creator.
2 draws.
And we draw 2. At the top of our deck. 1, 2, and we win. Because we're going to activate Heavy Storm, whatever they have left. If they have Book of Moons or whatever. Delinquent Duo. Brain Control we have. Also, if we need extra battle damage, we can activate Creator, discard Chaos Sorcerer, and Bazoo. So now we have game on board here. It's 2005 format, so they probably summoned like I said. Most of the time, it is like they set 1 monster, set 1 trap, and that is GOAT format in a nutshell. But we also have on top of all of this a Delinquent Duo, Brain Control, and a Heavy Storm. So if you had any problems left, if they somehow survived, if they had, let's say, miracles happened and they had like Book of Moons and enemy controllers and all that stuff, you still have like, basically -1 and Heavy Storm and Brain Control. So in all seriousness, that's kind of what the deck does. It is a very quick thinking deck. It is it's not a deck where I could just show you a 1-card combo, but it's a deck where you go with the flow. It's a very fun deck. It's like playing a 2012 deck in 2005. It's very fun. But that is the deck profile. Thank you for watching and enjoy your day, guys.